What's that one song that instantly transports you back to a specific video game? Is it a heroic fanfare, a haunting melody, or a funky 8-bit tune? More often than not, those unforgettable moments are the work of a musical genius, a composer who crafted the very soul of the game. Today, we're celebrating these unsung heroes of gaming, the iconic composers who turned pixels and polygons into powerful, emotional experiences. Let's start with a name every gamer knows, Koji Kondo. Back in 1985, he composed the music for Super Mario Bros., and with that, created perhaps the most recognizable video game theme in history. That single track defined an era and set the gold standard for game music. Just 2 years later, another legend, Nobuo Uematsu, would change the RPG landscape forever with his breathtaking score for the first Final Fantasy. His work gave the series its epic emotional weight. As we moved into the 90s, the music evolved with the technology. Yoko Shimomura brought high energy, unforgettable themes to the arcades with Street Fighter II in 1991. Who doesn't know Guile's theme? Meanwhile, a powerhouse trio, David Wise, Grant Kirkhope, and Michiru Yamane were crafting magic. Wise's atmospheric and funky jungle beats for Donkey Kong Country in '94 pushed the SNES to its limits. Kirkhope's whimsical, character-filled score for Banjo-Kazooie in '98 gave Rare's worlds their unique charm. And in '97, Yamane's Baroque, gothic rock masterpiece for Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, elevated the series to legendary status. Speaking of legendary series, you can't talk about game music without mentioning the Mega Man franchise. It was a collaborative effort of giants. It started with Monami Matsume on the first Mega Man in '87, followed by Takashi Tadashi's iconic Mega Man 2 score. The torch was passed through an incredible lineup including Yasuaki Fujita, Mari Yamaguchi, and Toshihiko Horiyama, who brought us the blistering rock of Mega Man X. The legacy of catchy, challenging, and perfectly crafted 8-bit and 16-bit rock anthems is simply staggering. As we entered the new millennium, cinematic scores became the norm. Martin O'Donnell and Michael Salvatore redefined the sound of the first-person shooter with their grand, Gregorian chant-infused orchestral work for Halo Combat evolved in 2001, and later, the epic scope of Destiny. Around the same time, Harry Gregson Williams and Norihiko Hibino were blending orchestral, electronic, and ambient sounds for the Metal Gear Solid series, creating a tense, cinematic espionage experience unlike any other. And who could forget Akira Yamaoka's work on Silent Hill? His blend of industrial noise, trip-hop, and haunting ambient music created a unique atmosphere of psychological dread that is still chilling today. Of course, epic fantasy needs an epic sound. Jeremy Soule delivered just that with his powerful, Nordic-inspired score for The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim in 2011. That main theme, Dragonborn, sung in the game's own dragon language, is pure adrenaline. On the other side of the fantasy spectrum, Gareth Coker's delicate, heart-wrenching score for Ori and the Blind Forest in 2015 perfectly captured the game's beautiful and emotional journey. And Inanzur has become a titan in the Western RPG space, lending his incredible talents to series like Dragon Age and Fallout. The indie scene has also been a hotbed for musical innovation. Austin Wintory's Grammy-nominated score for Journey in 2012 is a masterclass in dynamic, emotional storytelling through music. The way the cello beautifully mirrors your journey is simply breathtaking. Then you have Darren Korb, whose Bastion folk sound gave Bastion its distinct, gravelly identity. And Lena Raine's synth-heavy, emotionally resonant soundtrack for Celeste is so intertwined with the game's themes of anxiety and perseverance that it's impossible to imagine one without the other. Finally, we have the modern titans. Bear McCreary reinvented a classic with his thunderous, emotional, and deeply personal score for 2018's God of War, giving Kratos a new depth. And Mick Gordon. Well, Mick Gordon taught us how to rip and tear with his brutal industrial metal soundtrack for DOOM in 2016. It's not just background music. It's pure, unadulterated fuel for the gameplay. From 8-bit chiptunes to full orchestral epics, these composers have shaped our memories and defined entire genres. Their music is the heartbeat of the games we love. We've only scratched the surface, and this is just part one. Who are some of your favorite video game composers? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for part 2. See you next time.